Hello guys, good afternoon once again. Our topic for this afternoon will be reinforced concrete columns. In our reinforced concrete column, we can solve or design a particular column that is actually loaded column. So if we have an actually loaded column, alam naman natin na kapag column, it is composed of concrete and of course, yung ating steel reinforcement doon sa ating column. Di ba? So, pwede natin yung ma-represent as a force P once na nag-apply tayo ng load doon sa ating column. And take note guys, dahil ito ay column, it is considered to be compressive in nature. Okay? So kung compressive in nature ito, kailangan merong mag-counteract dyan na forces. So, yung mga forces na yon will be forces from steel and of course yung ating force from concrete that is given by PC and PS. Okay, so kung meron tayong tatlong force dito, we can say that summation forces vertical, or summation forces na lang, dahil tatatlo lang naman, vertical forces lang naman yung ating forces, we can say that P is equivalent to PS plus PC. Okay? Pero anong masasabi natin dito sa ating PS and PC? Di ba nasolve natin yan using our formula from stress, which is equivalent to force over area. So kung force over area yan, cross multiply natin, we can say that force is equivalent to stress multiplied by area. And kung kukunin natin yung force equivalent ng ating steel, ano yung gagamitin nating stress dito? Will be the stress from steel as well. So that is stress from steel. Then ano yung gagamitin nating, unahin na lang natin yung PC plus PS. Unahin natin yung concrete, so that is stress from concrete multiplied by area from concrete. Then sa steel din naman, stress from steel, then area from steel. And ano nang masasabi natin kapag kino-consider natin yung area ng concrete? Di ba? In-introduce natin yung area ng concrete, yung stress ng concrete that is equivalent to 0.85 F prime C. Di ba? Ito yung ating napag-aralan from our previous topics. Ito yung stress given by our concrete. And ano naman yung stress given by our steel? Yun yung tinatawag nating Fy. Okay? So, i-substitute natin dito. Stress from concrete, that is 0.85 F prime C multiplied by AC plus Fy multiplied by AS. Okay, so this is now our P. Pero anong masasabi natin? Paano natin makukuha ngayon yung area ng concrete? Diba yung area ng concrete ay ito mismo? Pero kung mapapansin niyo, merong nakapaloob na area ng steel. So ibig sabihin, ang gagawin natin dito ay ima-minus natin ngayon yung area given by our steel dito. Bakit? Kasi considered na yung area dito. Kapag hindi natin ima-minus yung area ng steel dito, madodoble lang yung area ng steel. So ibig sabihin, yung area ng concrete dito ay ima-minus natin yung area ng steel. So ang kakalabasan ng ating equation, this will become 0.85 F prime C. Then, ano ngayon yung area na i-consider natin? Yung area muna as a whole, tawagin natin yon as area gross ng ating column. Then, i-minus natin yung area ng steel. Plus, Fy, sundan ko lang to, multiplied by AS. I-resin ko na to. So, meron na tayo ngayong equation na ganito. So, this will be our force equivalent P. Meron tayong tinatawag dito na nominal load capacity. Parang sa ating beam lang din guys, no? For nominal load capacity, that is equivalent to Pn is equal to alpha P. Okay? So kung gusto nating malaman kung ano yung nominal load natin, mag-multiply lang tayo ng alpha. So i-substitute natin dito alpha multiplied by 0.85 F prime C Ag minus As plus FyAs. Ito na ngayon yung ating nominal load. Where yung alpha natin is equivalent to 0.8 for tied columns and yung alpha natin ay 0.85 for spiral columns. Okay. The next, kung meron tayong nominal, pwede rin natin ngayon makuha yung ating ultimate load capacity. So for our ultimate load capacity, di ba yung ultimate natin is just phi multiplied by nominal. So ano ngayon yung phi natin dito? I-multiply lang ulit, i-substitute lang ulit natin yung nominal load natin. So phi multiplied by alpha yun kanina. That is 0.85 F prime C Ag minus As plus FyAs. This will now be our formula for ultimate. Where yung phi natin ngayon will be equivalent to 0.65. Diba ang mapapansin nyo guys doon sa ating beam, kapag tension controlled yun ay 0.9, kapag compression controlled yun ay 0.65. So yung mga forces natin dito sa column considered to be compressive in nature. So ibig sabihin ang mag-govern ngayon dito ay compression controlled siya. Okay? So yung phi natin dito ay 0.65 for NSCP 2010 or 2015 or 0.70 naman for NSCP 2001. These are for tied columns. Yung phi naman natin ay equivalent to 0.75 for NSCP 2001, 2010, and 2015 for spiral columns. Okay? So from this equation, ito ay mas efficient kapag ang ginagamit natin or kapag ang way ng pagsosolve natin ay for investigation. Diba? So for design purposes naman, diba ang ginagawa natin guys, ang maalala ninyo kapag nagde-design tayo, ang sinosolve natin doon, it's either the area of the steel or the number of bars. But don't be confused guys, no? Ang main reason talaga natin kung bakit tayo nagde-design is to know the design capacity of our structural members, hindi yung inaalam talaga natin kung ano yung area ng steel or kung ilan yung piraso ng bakal ng ilalagay natin. Pero our main purpose is to know or to determine the design capacity of our structural members. Okay? So for our design capacity, let rho G is equivalent to area ng steel divided by area gross. So this is our steel ratio. Gross steel ratio. Di ba may formula tayong rho is equal to AS over BD? Di ba ito yung area from our effective depth? So itong area na pala ito, yan yung tinatawag nating effective area. Kaya yung rho na nasa-solve natin doon ay effective rho. So kapag kinonsider natin as a whole yung cross-section natin, yun pala, ang nasa-solve pala natin doon ay gross steel ratio. Okay? So try nating substitute ito. Cross-multiply muna natin. We can say that AS is equivalent to rho G multiplied by AG. So, i-substitute natin dito sa ating ultimate load capacity. So, for PU, P alpha 0.85 F prime C AG minus yung AS natin, ilagay ko na dito guys, no? Rho G multiplied by AG plus FY rho G AG. Papansin nyo ba guys na pwede nating ilabas yung AG dito, i-factor out natin. Then, merong AG na dito. Nandito na yung ating area gross. And kung meron tayong area gross dito, and meron tayong area gross, pwedeng ulit natin siyang i-factor out. No? Kaya ang mangyayari ngayon sa ating equation, pwede nating sabihin na AG alpha phi multiplied by alpha 0.85 F prime C. So kung ilabas natin yung rho dito, kung matitira sa kanya dyan ay 1. Kasi kung ilalabas mo siya, of course, 1 na lang matitira sa kanya. Then nilabas natin yung rho dyan, I mean AG, so ang natira ay rho G. Plus, nilabas natin yung AG dito, so dito naman, ang natira na lang ay FY rho G. Okay? So this is our PU. So kung gusto nating malaman kung ano yung area gross natin later on for design purposes, so that is equivalent to AG equivalent to PU. Ilipat lang natin to, i-divide lang natin both side. So this is equivalent now to phi alpha multiplied by 0.85 F prime C 1 minus rho G plus FY rho G. So for design purposes, pwede natin gamitin ito. This will be our working formulas. Sabi natin, kapag yung ating loads or yung ating compressive loads ay nag-act doon sa ating column, pwede natin siyang i-consider as actually loaded columns. However, may mga time na 'di ba kapag sinabi natin actually loaded, nag-a-act yun sa center mismo ng ating centroidal axis. So let's say ito yon. What if nagkaroon tayo ng force na nag-a-act somewhere here, somewhere here? Pwede pa ba natin siya i-consider as actually loaded column para magamit natin tong formulas na to? Pwede, or sometimes hindi. Kapag ganun, kailangan nating malaman kung ano yung E minimum natin. Yun yung tinatawag na minimum eccentricity requirements. Ibig sabihin, kapag na-solve natin kung hanggang saan yung ating rho, kung hanggang saan yung ating minimum eccentricity, let's say for example, yung ating minimum eccentricity ay hanggang dito, and yung ating load ay nandito pa rin siya, nandito pa lang sa loob ng ating minimum eccentricity, therefore, pwede pa natin siyang i-consider as actually loaded columns. And pwede natin magamit yung ating formulas kanina na na-derive na ganito. Okay? So para ma-solve yung ating E minimum, let's say for example, this is our column and gusto nating malaman kung asaan yung i-minimum natin. Let's say andito yung ating i-minimum. Take note guys, yung i-minimum natin is measured from our plastic centroid. Yung ating plastic centroid, mapapag-aralan natin yan later on. So given that our plastic centroid ay nandito, so measured from here, let's say yung i-minimum natin ay nakarating hanggang dito. So yung force natin, let's say andito siya, pwede siyang i-considered as actually loaded column. And ano naman yung H na tinatawag natin dito? Yung H is parallel doon sa ating, yung ita-travel ng ating i-minimum. So kung ito yung measurement ng ating E, ito ngayon yung i-consider nating H. Okay, so para masabi natin na i-minimum, that is 0.1 multiplied by H for tide and for tide columns, and 0.05 naman, 0.05H for spirally reinforced columns. Kapag spiral naman, so yung ating H ngayon dito is the diameter of the spiral column. Yun naman yung H natin. Okay? So let's say ganito na lang. Ilagay ko na lang dito na ito yung H. So ilagay lang natin kanina yung formulas natin. Sabi natin for tide columns, yung alpha natin ay 0.8 and yung phi natin nakadepende kung anong NSCP version. So for spiral columns, yung alpha natin doon ay 0.85. Okay? So for our spiral reinforcement, meron tayong, pwede nating masolve ngayon yung ating spacing of spiral reinforcement. So para masolve natin yung ating spiral reinforcement spacing, meron tayong formula na rho S that is equivalent to volume of spiral divided by volume of core. Ano yung tinatawag nating volume of spiral? Kung ano mismo, let's say for example, ito yung ating spiral guys, no? Ang kinukonsider lang natin dyan ay from center to center ng ating spiral. So let's say for example, ito yung center and center. So this is the center to center spacing or yung tinatawag nating S. So kung gusto nating malaman kung ano yung ating spiral, volume of spiral, mag-consider tayo ng isang ganyan. Then kunin natin yung volume na na-cater nito. Or I mean yung volume na na-cater pala nito, sorry. Ito yung spiral natin. So kung titingnan natin yan sa ating top view, di ba? That is considered to be parang circle. No? Yun yung ating spiral. So yun yung kakailanganin nating malaman mamaya, yung volume of spiral. The next, yung volume of core naman, yung core na tinatawag natin dito, if this is our cross section of our column, yung ating diameter ng column ay ito, hanggang dito. And meron tayong tinatawag na diameter of core. Ano yung core na tinatawag natin? Yung core is just the distance, kapag diameter ang pinag-uusapan natin, is just the distance sa outer ng ating spiral reinforcement, I mean spiral shear reinforcement. So ito yon. And doon din naman. Ganito yun guys. Oh. So if this is our column, let's say, exage ko na lang guys, no? Para mas maintindihan ninyo. Let's say ganyan. Yung tinatawag nating core ay ito. Okay? So kung gusto nating malaman ngayon yung diameter ng core natin, if this is our diameter of column, di-minus na lang natin ito. Ito yung ating diameter of core. And ano naman ito? Ito yung tinatawag nating clear covering. So kung meron tayong clear covering nito, i-minus na lang natin or i-minus natin yung isa, i-multiply natin lang 2, then makukuha na natin yung ating diameter of core. Then kung gusto nating makuha yung ating diameter, kung yung ating volume of core, of course, ang matitira dyan is ganito. But before that pala, meron tayong minimum na spiral reinforcement ratio, which is equivalent to ito, 0.45 AG. Yung AG natin ay area gross and yung AC ay yung area ng ating core, yung sinabi ko kanina. Yung area ng ating core, so pi over 4 BC squared na lang yun. Then yung F prime C, and take note guys, FYP ito, or FY mismo ng spiral steel reinforcement, yung shear reinforcement nito. Let's say for example, meron tayong FY and FYT, or sometimes FYH ito for hook or for ties. Ibig sabihin, yung FY na tinutukoy niya dito ay for ties. Okay? So sige, so paano natin makukuha to? Meron tayong given na formula na rho S that is equivalent to AS pi DC minus DB divided by pi over 4 DC squared multiplied by S. Okay, dun muna tayo sa volume ng ating spiral. Paano tayo nagkaroon ng ganito? Itapos na lang pala natin to. So kung i-cross multiply natin to, we can say that the spacing is equivalent to this formula. And meron tayong limitation, yung ating maximum spacing for spiral should be DC or diameter ng core over 6 or 75 millimeters plus DT. Ano naman yung DT? Diameter ngayon ng ating ties. O sige, palabasin natin to kung paano na-solve yung ating volume of spiral. Sabi natin yung ating spiral, kapag tiningnan natin yung ating top view, let's say perfect circle ito guys, no? So kung tiningnan natin yan, di ba actually guys, ang itsura niyan ay ganito. Ganito. Ito. So ibig sabihin, in reality, ganito pala dapat yung ating drawing. Pag ganyan. Pero in simplicity, tingnan na lang natin as ganito. Perfect circle. Kasi actually itong mga formulas natin ay approximation lang naman. So for approximation, so consider na lang natin as ganito. Okay? So let's say ito yung ating top view. Paano natin ngayon makukuha yung volume ng ating spiral? So ang pwede natin gawin dito, pwede natin itong i-cut. Putulin natin for the meantime. Then ilatag natin, gawin natin straight. So magiging ganito siya. Di ba ito na ngayon yung ating steel reinforcement for ties? Ito ngayon yung ating height. It is the diameter of our ties. DT, tawagin na lang natin yan. And ano naman yung ating base? Ilan naman to? Mapapansin nyo ba, di ba itong total length na to is yung nakapalibot dito mismo sa ating circle? Kung nilatag natin siya as ganito, di ba ang tawag natin dito is length? Or that is actually the perimeter of our circle. Pero ang tawag natin sa ating circle, ang katumbas ng perimeter, yun yung circumference. Okay? And ano nang maalala nyo sa circumference ng circle in terms of diameter? Di ba? Circumference ng circle in terms of diameter, that is equivalent to pi multiplied by d. So gamitin natin yon. So ito ngayon yung ating pi d. Ito yung kakailanganin nating diameter. Ito ngayon yung ating DC na tinatawag. Okay? Next. Sorry. Sa gitna pala dapat to. Ito yung kailangan natin. This is our diameter of spiral. Hindi ba itong nasa labas natin kanina, ito yung ating diameter ng core. So paano natin ngayon makukuha yung diameter ng spiral? So yun yung kakailanganin nating circumference ng ating spiral. So tawagin natin to as ds. Pi ds. So paano natin ngayon makukuha yung diameter ng spiral? Kung nag-a-act siya sa center to center ng ating spiral, di ba? Itong distance na to, that is actually half ng diameter ng ating spiral. So let's say that is, yung diameter ng ating spiral ay dB. Okay? So kung dito sa left side, that is measured half ng diameter ng spiral shear reinforcement. So pwede nating tawagin yon as dB over 2. Ganon din sa kabila, dB over 2. So kung gusto nating malaman ngayon yung ds, so that is diameter of core minus dB over 2 minus dB over 2, or pwede na lang natin consider dB over 2 plus dB over 2. That is equivalent to diameter of the tie na lang mismo, no, ng shear reinforcement natin sa spiral. So pwede nating sabihin that is equivalent to pi dc minus, sige, ipakita ko na lang, dB over 2 minus dB over 2. Or pwede nating sabihin na pi dc minus dB. Okay? So yan ngayon yung length natin. Ano naman yung consider nating area? Diba kung titingnan natin to, diba ito yung ating steel reinforcement for our spiral. Diba ang volume ng ating cylinder, let's say ito yung ating base, ito yung ating area. This is the cross-sectional area of our steel reinforcement sa ating ties. Diba ito yung ating AS or area ng ating spiral. Okay? Di ba yung formula natin, volume ng cylinder, parang considered as cylinder yan. So AS multiplied by yung height nito. So yung area natin ngayon dito ay yung area mismo ng cross-section ng ating spiral, and yung height ngayon na ito is ito ngayon, yung circumference ng ating spiral. Okay? So para makuha natin ngayon yung ating volume of spiral, that is equivalent to AS ng spiral multiplied by length na to mismo. So that is pi ganito na lang, pi dc minus dB. Ito na pala. So yan na ngayon yung ating volume ng spiral na ilalagay natin dito ngayon. So ito na yung ating volume of spiral. Next, yung ating volume of core naman. So yung ating volume of core, ganito naman yan. Diba? Ang kinonsider lang natin is yung diameter ng core mismo. Yun yung tinatawag nating DC kanina. Ito yon. Then, yung height niya ngayon, dahil kinonsider natin ay yung isang spacing, so yun ay measured as S. So, paano natin ngayon makukuha yung volume ng ating core? So, kailangan natin yung area nito, then i-multiply lang natin yung height niya, which is yung S. Tama? So, that is equivalent to volume of core. That is equivalent to, kunin muna natin yung area dito, that is pi over 4, yung area ng ating cross section, pi over 4, then anong diameter natin, that is dc squared. Then i-multiply natin ng height, yun na ngayon yung ating volume ng core, multiplied by S. So therefore, meron tayong formula dito. Then cross-multiply natin, tataas yung 4 doon, kaya meron tayong spacing na ganito. Okay? So this will be our formula para mahanap ngayon yung spacing ng ating spiral reinforcement. Limits for reinforcement of compression members. Section 410.10.1, area of longitudinal reinforcement, AS, for non-composite compression members shall not be less than 0.01 Ag nor more than 0.08 Ag. So ibig sabihin pala sa columns natin, meron tayong limitation. Sabi natin, shall not be less than 0.01 Ag. So pwede nating masabi ito na yung ating ρg, yung ating gross steel ratio ay may minimum na 0.01 and may maximum na 0.08. Okay? Dapat nandoon lang tayo sa loob ng minimum and maximum. Section 410.10.2, minimum number of longitudinal bars in compression members shall 4 bars within rectangulars or circular ties, 3 bars within triangular ties, and 6 bars enclosed by spirals conforming to section 410.10.3. So ito daw yung ating minimum number of longitudinal bars. Let's say for example, meron tayong column na tied column or rectangular or circular ties. Yung minimum daw na number ng ating longitudinal bars ay 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yan yung kanyang ibig sabihin. For triangular section naman, for triangular ties, syempre, tatlo lang din yung ating minimum na longitudinal bars. So ito yung longitudinal bars guys, no? Or yung tinatawag nating main bars. Kapag meron naman tayong spiral columns, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yan naman ngayon yung minimum number of longitudinal bars natin para matali talaga natin yung ating column conforming to this section. 410.10.3, volumetric spiral reinforcement ratio. So ito na yun kanina. So this is actually the minimum guys, no? Shall not be less than the value of 0.45 Ag divided by area ng core minus 1 multiplied by F prime C divided by Fy. That is the Fy of our ties, where the value of Fy used in equation of this shall not exceed 700 MPa. So dapat hindi lalampas ng 700 MPa. For Fy, T greater than 415 lap slices according to section 407.11.4.5. Section 1 shall not be used. So actually, ito lang tinutukoy niya. This is our minimum ρS. For our ties naman, section 425.7.2.1, ties shall consist of a closed loop of deformed bar or deformed wire with spacing in accordance with A and B. So kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay main bars, this is for main bars, or for longitudinal bars, sabihin na lang natin, yung clear spacing daw should be at least 4/3 ng ating diameter ng aggregates. So sasabihin naman sa ating problem guys, no? Kung ano yung size ng ating aggregates. So clear spacing of at least 4/3 of our aggregates. And B, center to center spacing shall not exceed the least of, sa pinakamababa daw, na value ng 0.16 diameter of bar. This is diameter of longitudinal bar or our main bar. Magkaiba yung tinutukoy niya dito sa bar na ito. Ito naman ay 48 diameter of tie bar naman ito. So this should be T na lang sana. Pwede niyong palitan to as T. 48 dt. And the smallest dimension of a member. Let's say for example, meron tayong column na ganito. So B, H, then B. So kung ano yung mas maliit na dimension sa kanila, yun yung tinutukoy niya dito, smallest dimension. So kapag yan ay circle, syempre yung smallest dimension niya kaagad ay yung diameter mismo ng ating circle. 425.7.2.2, diameter of tie bar or wire shall be at least A or B. Okay? Kung yung ating longitudinal bar, ito yung mga tinutukoy ko guys, no? Ito. Ito yung ating longitudinal bars. Longitudinal bars. And yung ating steel reinforcement ratio naman or yung shear, yun yung mga nakapaikot dyan. No? Pwedeng tied, pwedeng spiral. Huwag kayong malilito guys ha. Longitudinal bar, yung nakatayo. Yung tie bars, yun yung shear reinforcement natin. So kung yung ating longitudinal bars daw ay mas mababa, enclosing 32 mm diameter or smaller, 32 mm smaller, ang gagamitin daw nating tie or tie bar ay 10 mm or 10 millimeters. Kapag meron naman tayong 36 mm, kasi yung ating yung mga available sizes sa ating market, ang susunod sa 32 mm ay 36 mm na. So ang susunod sa ating 36, kung yung ating main longitudinal bars ay mas malaki or equal sa 36 mm, yung dimension daw or yung size daw ng ating tie bar ay equivalent na sa 12 mm. So 12 mm na ang gagamitin nating bakal. Okay? Rectilinear ties shall be arranged to satisfy A and B. Every corner and alternate longitudinal bar shall have lateral support provided by the corner of a tie with an included angle of not more than 135 degrees. So dapat meron daw tayong 1, 2, 3, 4. Dapat meron daw tayong tie dito. Yan. Let's say for example, meron pa dito. Basta ganyan guys, no? Shall be at the corner and pwede pa tayong maglagay dito. Kasi alternate, isa, dalawa. As lampasan natin yung nasa gitna, pwede nating lagyan pang ganito. Pangit naman ng sulat ko. So, pagsulat ko niya. Ganito yung ibig niyang sabihin. Then, yan, the corner. So, nilampasan natin yung isa. Dapat ito din daw ay hindi lalampas ng 135 degrees. No unsupported bar shall be farther than 150 mm clear on each side along the tie from a laterally supported bar. For spirals naman, section 425.7.3.1, spirals shall consist of evenly spaced continuous bar or wire with clear spacing conforming to A, at least the greater of 25 mm. So ito ngayon yung ating minimum, kung at least sabi niya, this is the minimum spacing of our spiral. So sabi natin kanina dito, Sabi natin kanina dito, meron tayong maximum which is yung DC over 6 or sometimes ang nag-govern naman dito ay ito 75 plus DT. Okay? So, ulit tayo ito. So kung yun ay minimum, therefore, ito na ngayon yung ating maximum kanina, not greater than 75 mm. So i-check natin kung yung masosolve nating spiral, spacing ng spiral ties natin, dapat nandito lang siya sa minimum and maximum. For cast in place construction, spiral bar or wire diameter shall be at least 10 mm. So ito yung napag-aralan natin kanina, volumetric spiral reinforcement ratio ay ito. Okay, so in simplification, so this is the simplified provisions kanina. Sabi natin, yung ating ROGI ay hanggang mula 0.01 yung ating minimum and hanggang 0.08 lang siya. So that is our maximum. Pero meron tayong provision for seismic, that is special provision on seismic. Instead of 0.08 yung ating maximum sa ROGI, gagawin natin siyang 0.06. Sabihin naman yan sa ating problem kung consider the special provision on seismic. Sabi natin kanina for minimum number of vertical bars, so ito yon 4 for rectangular ties, 3 for triangular ties, and 6 for spirals. The next, ito naman ngayon yung ating spacing ng ating ties. That is 1.5 bar, 1.5 ng diameter ng ating main bar. This is the minimum spacing, guys, no? Of our, these are the minimum spacing of our longitudinal bars. So that is 1.5 diameter of bars of our longitudinal bar, 40 mm, or that is 4/3 of our maximum aggregate or yung sinabi natin kanina. So for our ties naman, sabi natin kanina kung yung ating diameter ng ating longitudinal bar ay mas mababa or equal sa 32 mm, ang gagamitin nating ties ay 10 mm. For 36 naman ay 12 mm. Okay, this is the spacing of our actually loaded ties. So these are the minimum spacing. Or pwede nating mag-equate dito. Mamimili lang tayo dito, guys, kung ano yung pinaka mababang value. So yun yung magiging spacing natin for ties. First, 16 multiplied by diameter of our bar. Yun yung nandun kanina. That is 48 multiplied by DT and yung ating least column dimension. Kung ano yung pinakamababang value dyan. Yun yung ating spacing.